People always say Appalachian folks are resilient, which is a compliment, but it also means you got knocked down, got back up, and ended up right back where you were before, waiting to get knocked down again. It's not progress, it's survival. Then in 2025, just 3 years after the 1,000-year flood of 2022, another catastrophic flood hit, and we realized something. Bouncing back wasn't good enough anymore. That's why the Floyd County Building Resilient Economies and Co-Communities team isn't focused on resilience. We want to be pro-zilient. If you've ever read the book Anti-Fragile, it's a similar concept. To us, pro-resilience means learning from every setback, building back stronger, and turning adversity into opportunity. We're not returning to the past. We're creating a better, brighter future. This is our story. There's no place like Floyd County, Kentucky. Tucked in the Appalachian Mountains, it's more than just a landscape. It's a community built on faith, hard work, and perseverance. Over a century ago, coal put Floyd County on the map. Towns like Wayland sprang up almost overnight, fueled by the high-quality coal that powered America's growth. At its peak, Wayland was home to nearly 3,000 people, with 1,200 working in the mines.
There was a doctor's office, a dentist office. There was a beauty shop, a barber shop, and the den of inequity, my mom called, was the pool room in the back. I look at that, next to that was a small restaurant that we call the Fountain, which we recreated in this room. Beyond that was the company store, or the Super Walmart of its day.
My favorite part about growing up in Floyd County, it has to be the beautiful festivals that we have. The parades were just amazing. We had such friendships and fellowship.
There was this sense of community still. The school was still here. Wayland High School, Wayland Grade School. Education, and that being my background, with the closure of the high school in 71, 72, that was the beginning of what almost putting a nail in the coffin.
Like many other coal towns, with the closure of the mines, people began migrating out to make a living elsewhere. In the last census, Wayland was home to only 389 people.
So we've struggled for many, many years with that sense of community pride. And I think that's one of the things that I have tried to address by creating places that would bring people together.
Then in 2022, disaster struck. A 1,000-year flood devastated homes, businesses, and cultural landmarks, including historic coal camp homes and museums like the Mountain Sports Hall of Fame, which honors Kentucky's first Mr. Basketball, King Kelly Coleman. But in the face of destruction, something remarkable happened. Neighbors, volunteers, and organizations across Floyd County came together, forming a long-term recovery group to rebuild not just homes, but hope.
Growing up in Floyd County was awesome. However, with the downturn of coal, and a lot of the coal mines pulling out, a lot of people losing their jobs. The county was already in decline. Then came along COVID, which helped nothing. In 2022, we had the devastating flood, and it seemed like everywhere we turned, it was always no. But finally, with the help of the long-term recovery group, we were able to finally get a yes.
That yes led to something even bigger. In 2023, Floyd County was chosen as one of just 8 communities in the United States for the Building Resilient Economies and Co-Communities BREC initiative created by the National Association of Counties and the United States Economic Development Administration. Led by residents, local businesses, nonprofits, and government leaders, the Floyd County team created a strategic economic diversification plan, a roadmap for building a thriving, sustainable economy.
When we were participating in BREC, oh my goodness, it was hard work, like coming together and then having to put together this plan. But then something magical happened. It was like all of the local leaders and the local people started working together so that we could actually come up with a plan together. The
BREC team identified 3 priority areas: housing and infrastructure, workforce development, and local business growth. The plan includes building higher ground flood-safe housing, launching workforce training programs for high-demand jobs like the skilled trades, and providing incentives for small businesses and tourism development. The BREC team expanded its capacity, hired experts, and mapped former coal assets for future development. We were grateful to get to present at the National Summit for the Interagency Working Group for Coal and Energy Communities, where we made powerful connections. Partnerships were formed with institutions like In Situ Energy and the Metals Innovation Initiative. leading to a grant application that could develop a satellite manufacturing hub in Floyd County.
It got us consultants who helped us think differently about old problems and connected us with other coal communities from across America to see how they were solving similar challenges.
Over the next 8 months, the BREC team now had a project manager coordinating the group to flesh out project concepts, work with consultants, and apply for funding opportunities. Together, the Floyd County BREC team expanded its capacity with local government staff, going through a 9-week ARC-ready training program. They also welcomed an American Connections Corps member focused on downtown revitalization and outdoor recreation. Plus, they conducted a community assessment with the PLACE initiative to attract new residents and businesses, mapped coal assets by collaborating with local software company BitSource to repurpose former coal sites, and advanced project development by partnering with a startup company from Stanford, California called In Situ Energy, who helped them identify industrial manufacturing sites, and they worked with Metals and Innovative Initiative on an $8 million grant proposal that could create a satellite manufacturing hub. Then, just as the momentum was building, another flood. This time it was even more widespread, but it once again struck areas still waiting on FEMA buyouts from the 2022 disaster. But this flood proved something. We can't afford to wait on buyouts. We need real, resilient solutions now. That's why Floyd County is taking action, and we need your help. We're seeking volunteers and donations to rebuild homes and businesses. We're seeking funders to bring in experts to help us identify the root causes of flooding and address those. For starters, right now we're partnering with In Situ Energy, again, to map properties above the floodplain, which access to electricity, water, gas, and broadband. Thank you, In Situ, for helping us. Using this map, we plan to attract developers to build higher ground, flood-safe communities, giving FEMA buyout recipients the option to stay in Floyd County in safe, affordable homes. With Floyd having the only FEMA-designated community disaster resilience zone in eastern Kentucky, we plan to leverage this status to secure funding. We'd like to build partnerships to establish a regional disaster innovation center. The hub would position Floyd County as a pro-resilient leader in disaster preparedness, response, and recovery.
When I am asked the question of why should people invest, my first thing is our people. Our people are our greatest asset.
And I see a lot of great things happening for this community. When you look at a community of 3,700 people, you think of a small town. And all across the U.S., a town of 3,700 people might not have that much. Prestonsburg specifically has everything that you could possibly need. It's nice to see how progressive they are and encouraging new businesses to come to our area.
The campground here is outstanding. We've got an outstanding campground.
Floyd County is a great place to bring a business, start a business, raise your family, start a life. It's all encompassing, like the mountains around us. It's like a big hug or something.
They're great, loving, caring people in East Kentucky that want local businesses to succeed.
Investors are taking notice. A Floyd County native, Pat Talent, is revitalizing the golf course into a world-class destination. Plans are in motion to reopen the historic downtown cinema into a dinner theater. Businesses are moving in, and the momentum is real.
The reason why people should come visit Floyd County is we have a lot of neat attractions. One is the golf course that you see behind me. It has been completely remodeled, brand new bunkers, and you can put this golf course up against any other golf course in the state or region. It's one of the only unique golf courses where we are directly on top of a mountain. Only thing Eastern Kentucky needs is a chance.
I picked this town. You know, I looked around. Like I said, I was in Pikeville, I was in Hazard, I was in Whitesburg. I picked Prestonsburg to settle and keep my business going. I would invite anybody else to come here and look. I mean, we've got everything that people want here. To live here, to establish a business here. We have good roads. We're centrally located. The outdoor amenities are fabulous. There's never a lack of things to do here in Prestonsburg.
Floyd County isn't just coming back. We're coming back stronger and better than ever. We invite you to visit, see the transformation, and join us in shaping the future. We're saying yes to Floyd County, and now it's your turn.
You gotta love as much as you can. Give it gratitude at night. Be thankful for each and every day that you get to see the sunrise.